being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right creds, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter right. Turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. I'm sick with the talk, the pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin. Subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously.
Just a beautiful afternoon for football, Coach. They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Chicago Bears. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
We're set. 19. Come down. Tighten up. Check. Jim. Back.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
45. Come on, 45.
In your face.
Check 45. 31. Check 45.
Now it's Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. 30. 10. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 77 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Go defense. Our time. It's our time.
From the 22, Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Go. 180. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Now watch one.
Now Trubisky on first down. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
180. So we got man. 18.
Off the draw, here's Michel. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the second foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
Go. 180. Check 55. Mike. Hey. Red. Go. Check 180.
Trying to pound it in here with Michel. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Sony Michel with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. First quarter touchdown run. Remember this coming on the heels of his NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance. It was so great last week.
Did you feel the rumble all the way up here?
The big bodies up front.
Big bodies moving people, and him, of course, charging through those great holes that were created.
So off to a great start here. Maybe looking for award number 2, adding to the award that he won last week in the NFC. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Dancing to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Watson on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hopkins. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the Bears' 47-yard line.
A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Here's Watson. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. These two teams all tied after 1. On 3rd down, Miller. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the 1st. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a 1st down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the 1st down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Hey, Delta. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
On 2nd and 15 now. Trubisky, blitz coming, and down he goes. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
55, Mike 55. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. That's out to his running back, Michelle. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
The Texans take over 1st and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 16-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And the Texans 1st down.
This is it. 19. Bring it. Bring it. 19. Show it. Alert. Twist. Watch twist. Alert flare. Flare. Check. 59. At 24. Under 10. At 24.
The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. On 1st down, it's Grant. Shrugs him off. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's get off the field, D. Hey, check Mike 45. Watch the curl.
Here's Watson. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Check 45 to Mike. 54. Tackles. Kill. Play. 45. Mike, 45. 55. 59. Rush in.
From the gun, here's Watson. And able to find Green. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Green's first catch of the game. Good for a 1st down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
On first down, Watson flushed out right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Grant. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on 3rd.
Could play an exotic coverage.
Now Watson. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants...
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 18.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And got his man complete. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Taylor Gabriel, an even 90 yards as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. So from back deep in their home territory all the way into the end zone, you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins. Check 45 to Mike. Check.
Throwing again is Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because that incompletion's on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's going to air it out deep for Green. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Chicago. Taylor Gabriel, 76 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field. and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
He's going to look deep in zone for Hopkins. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go! Let's go!
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Alert, 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 alert! Recon, 132 fighter!
Again, it's Michelle. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Right, 80! Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Right, 80!
Now a first down carry. It's Michelle. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
From just shy of midfield, Trubisky. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd and 1, it's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They keep it on the ground. This time, it's Miller. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Lamar Miller. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47.
Mike 58 right there. I got you.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hopkins. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Let's go, B, let's go. Now let's get there. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Kill. Switch.
They'll run on first down. Grant. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
65. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 25.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Reset. 19. Check 45 to Mike. Watch the screen. Left. Check 24. Hey, watch it. Check 4. Motion. Reset.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Wide. Get wide. Check 52.
They run for it with Breida. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
And the Texans first down.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
45, 45, Mike, 45. It's our deal. It's our deal. Hey, it's our house. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Watch twist,
Back to throw, Watson. Buying time to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Just like that. 45's the line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Watson on the right side. This is Miller. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Come on now, let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Hey.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Zach Cunningham able to record his 5th sack of the season. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Go, Mike 51, Mike 51.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one good for 24 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. J.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Trubisky. Looking deep for Gabriel. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Now it's Trubisky. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Zach Cunningham in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On second down, it's Grant. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Flush to his, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fielded at about the 28. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now it's Trubisky. Throw left side taken in by Miller. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yeah. These babies cry.
Following the penalty, Michelle. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
At the 33-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Trubisky. And his throw is incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
The Bears on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Mike 51. Hey, exit. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the practice. Check the tight. Check the tight.
Throwing now is Trubisky. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. Trubisky to throw. Now Trubisky lost the football, and the Texans scoop it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Following the fumble recovery, Watson throwing the out route incomplete. It's Green. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Watson now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see.
This is that. Mike 58 right there. Get this one. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Check.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
It's second and 8 at the 22-yard line.
Right now, you know that the heart is pumping for Kaimi Fairbairn, and we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. Right now, you know that the heart is pumping for Kaimi Fairbairn. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And Fairbairn missed it. He pulled it left. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now.
Check safety, check safety. Shift.
First throw in overtime now for Trubisky. And he rifles one incomplete. The intended receiver, Sony Michel. And that takes us from second to third down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Trubisky finding the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago first.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
All day. Alert. Any day. Hey, switch gears.
They'll run it. This is Michel. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 37-yard line.
General West. Lock in.
On second and 12, Trubisky. And he whips that one incomplete there. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Mike 55. Mike 55.
On third down, Trubisky under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Vic Beasley making it look easy, cruising in for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. This is taken at about the 14. A good return there, 17 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 31-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2.
Brandon, after last week we went over 200 yards. Looks like the hot tub, cold tub, whatever he did, it worked pretty well.
Much chatter about that performance. Rightfully so. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. They go back to Grant, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package.
Yeah.
6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there. This is Grant. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down.
Push him back. Sit right. And 31. Get. And turn it up. 45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. Got you, boy.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down. First down carry now for Miller. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll run it again with Miller. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Jim. Check. Check. Six. Bullet. Half. Nine of go. Check. 45 to Mike. Check. 45 to Mike. I'm coming.
Here's Watson. Being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Just set. 19. 59. By 31.
Tenth carry now for Lamar Miller. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A gain of 5. First down, Houston.
Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for Houston, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they're going to fall to 3-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.